The 8 healthy foods you must eat in 2026. Most people believe that serious health problems arrive suddenly. A heart attack, a diagnosis, a moment where everything changes overnight. But that belief is wrong, and it is one of the most dangerous misconceptions adults carry. The truth is that the body does not break down all at once. It weakens slowly, quietly, often invisibly. The damage builds year after year, long before pain, symptoms, or warning signs appear. And by the time most people realize something is wrong, the body has already been compensating for a very long time. In 2026, the greatest threat to adult health is not lack of medicine, it is not lack of doctors, it is not even lack of information. It is the quiet absence of the nutrients the body depends on every single day to repair itself, protect itself, and function properly. This is the uncomfortable truth most adults never hear. You can eat regularly, feel full, live a normal life, and still be slowly drifting toward chronic illness without realizing it. Not because you are careless, but because modern diets are designed to satisfy hunger, not to nourish the body. The body is incredibly patient. It adapts to shortages. It reroutes resources. It keeps going, but it never forgets what it is missing, and eventually it collects the debt. What you are about to hear is not about trends. It is not about restriction. It is not about perfection. These are not rare ingredients or expensive superfoods. These are real foods that humans have relied on for generations, now confirmed by modern research to protect the brain, the heart, the gut, the immune system, and the metabolism. These foods fill the most common nutritional gaps adults have today. Miss them consistently, and the body slowly pays the price. Include them consistently, and the body begins to stabilize, repair, and defend itself. As you listen, understand this clearly. You do not need to change everything at once. You do not need to eat perfectly, but you do need to stop depriving your body of what it quietly requires to survive long term. Because the body keeps score, whether you are paying attention or not. Let's begin with one of the most misunderstood foods in modern history. Eggs. For years, adults were told to fear eggs. Fear the cholesterol, fear the fat, fear the yolk. That message spread widely and many people accepted it without question. As a result, millions removed one of the most nutritionally complete foods from their diet. A whole egg is not just protein, it is a concentrated package of nutrients designed to support life. Eggs contain all essential amino acids, meaning they provide complete protein. This is critical for muscle maintenance, tissue repair, hormone production, and immune function, especially as adults age. But protein is only part of the story. Eggs are one of the richest dietary sources of choline, a nutrient essential for brain health. Choline supports memory formation, nerve signaling, and liver function. Yet many adults consume far less choline than their bodies require, often without realizing it. Low choline does not cause immediate illness. Instead, it shows up subtly. Difficulty concentrating, brain fog, fatigue that feels unexplained. Over time, the effects compound. Eggs also provide vitamins that support eye health, immune resilience, and metabolic stability. They are affordable, accessible, and easy to prepare. Removing eggs from the diet out of outdated fear is not a harmless choice. It is a nutritional loss that quietly affects long-term health. Next is a food that many adults overlook simply because it appears too ordinary to matter. Sardines. Sardines are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available, yet they rarely receive attention. Because they are small fish, sardines accumulate far fewer toxins than larger fish. At the same time, they deliver exceptionally high levels of essential nutrients. Sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These fats are not optional. They are structural components of brain cells and blood vessels. They help regulate inflammation, protect the heart, and support cognitive function. But sardines offer more than omega-3s. When eaten with their soft, edible bones, they provide calcium in a highly absorbable form. This supports bone strength and reduces fracture risk, particularly as adults age. They also contain vitamin D, a nutrient linked to immune strength, mood regulation, and metabolic health. Many adults are deficient in vitamin D without knowing it, especially those who spend most of their time indoors. Sardines are shelf-stable, affordable, and widely available. They provide protection for the heart, brain, and skeleton all at once. Avoiding them because they seem simple is a mistake many adults make without realizing the long-term cost. Now consider a food that quietly supports longevity across cultures and continents. Lentils. Lentils may not look impressive, but nutritionally they are powerful. They provide a rare combination of protein and fiber, which stabilizes blood sugar, supports gut health, and improves metabolic resilience. Fiber is one of the most neglected nutrients in adult diets. It slows digestion, reduces cholesterol absorption, and feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Without enough fiber, inflammation rises and blood sugar becomes unstable, increasing the risk of chronic disease. Lentils also provide folate, a nutrient essential for cell repair and healthy blood formation. Low folate levels are linked to fatigue and weakness that many adults mistakenly accept as normal aging. What makes lentils especially valuable in 2026 is how they affect energy. They release glucose slowly, preventing the sharp spikes and crashes caused by refined carbohydrates. This leads to steadier focus, better mood stability, and improved satiety. In populations where lentils are eaten regularly, rates of heart disease and metabolic disorders are consistently lower. This is not coincidence. It is the body responding to consistent nourishment. Now let's talk about something the body does not treat as optional. Dark leafy greens. Spinach and similar greens are among the most nutrient-dense foods available. They provide vitamins and minerals that regulate systems most adults never think about until something goes wrong. Vitamin K, abundant in leafy greens, helps direct calcium into bones instead of arteries. Without enough vitamin K, calcium can accumulate where it causes harm rather than strength. Spinach also contains magnesium, a mineral involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, blood pressure regulation, and energy production. Low magnesium is linked to muscle tension, poor sleep, and persistent fatigue. Leafy greens also supply antioxidants that protect cells from oxidative damage caused by stress and environmental exposure. This protection compounds over time, slowing the processes that lead to chronic illness. Skipping leafy greens does not cause immediate pain. It causes gradual imbalance. And over years, imbalance becomes disease. Now let's address a food many adults misunderstand and unnecessarily avoid: sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are not empty carbohydrates. They are complex, nutrient-rich fuel. They provide beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A, essential for vision, immune defense, and skin health. They also supply potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and nerve function. Many adults consume far more sodium than potassium, creating imbalance that stresses the cardiovascular system. Sweet potatoes digest slowly, providing steady energy rather than sudden spikes in blood sugar. This makes them especially valuable in a time when insulin resistance and energy crashes are increasingly common. They satisfy hunger while nourishing the body. This is something refined foods cannot do. Now consider the hidden control center of your health, your gut. The gut is not just responsible for digestion. It plays a central role in immunity, inflammation, and even mental clarity. A large portion of immune activity begins in the gut. Neurotransmitters that affect mood and focus are influenced there as well. Fermented yogurt provides beneficial bacteria that help maintain a balanced gut environment. These bacteria improve digestion, enhance nutrient absorption, and strengthen immune response. Yogurt also supplies protein and calcium in a form the body can easily absorb. For adults, this supports muscle maintenance and bone strength simultaneously. Poor gut health often shows up as bloating, fatigue, frequent illness, or low mood. Fermented foods address the root causes rather than masking symptoms. Now let's move to one of the most studied foods in nutrition science: oats. Whole oats contain a unique fiber that forms a gel-like substance in the digestive system. This fiber slows cholesterol absorption, stabilizes blood sugar, and feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Adults who consume oats regularly tend to show improved cardiovascular markers and better long-term metabolic stability. Oats also provide minerals that support energy production and oxygen transport in the blood. The key is simplicity. Whole oats, not sugar-laden instant varieties. When consumed consistently, oats support the body quietly but powerfully. Finally, we come to one of the most reliable foods humans have ever consumed: beans. Beans combine protein, fiber, and micronutrients in a way few foods can. They promote satiety, helping regulate appetite naturally without deprivation. Regular bean consumption is associated with lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity across diverse populations worldwide. Beans slow digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and support gut health. They are accessible, affordable, and adaptable to nearly every cuisine. In a world dominated by ultra-processed foods, beans provide grounding nutrition that stabilizes the body instead of overwhelming it. Now pause for a moment. None of these foods are exotic. None of them are extreme. And yet, when they are missing, the body struggles quietly. Health is not built in hospitals. It is built in kitchens. Slowly, repeatedly, through decisions that seem small but compound over time. You do not need to eat all 8 foods every day, but the more consistently they appear in your life, the more protection you give yourself against the diseases most adults fear later. The body is always adapting to what you give it or to what you withhold from it. If you feel tired more often than you should, if your focus is fading, if your body feels older than your age, it is not because you are broken. It is because your body is asking for support. And the most powerful support is not found in shortcuts or pills. It is found in patterns. If this video made you pause and think, that matters. Because awareness is the first step toward change. And change does not require perfection. It requires direction. This channel exists for adults who want clarity instead of confusion. For people who want to understand their bodies, not fear them. For those who want to age with strength, control, and confidence rather than uncertainty. If you stay here, you will continue learning how small, informed choices shape your future health. And if this knowledge matters to you, staying connected is not just a subscription, it is a commitment to yourself. Your future health is not decided in one dramatic moment. It is decided quietly, starting now. And the most powerful decision you can make today begins with what you choose to put on your plate.